Hi guys, so I thought I would do a tag today and it's called the YYA tag, which is kind of hard to say. YYA. Anyway, it's made up of 3 questions and one question is kind of like a two-parter, so hopefully I can keep this short, but I do tend to go off on rambles, so I do apologise for that. Why young adult fiction? And I think I prefer young adult fiction because I still feel like a teenager myself. From sort of the ages of 14 to 26, it was kind of a bad period in my life. I had lots of health problems and just other mental crazy stuff going on, so I've never really felt like I've grown out of my teenage years. For instance, I can't drive because I'm visually impaired. Obviously, I'm not able to drive, so I've never taken driving tests or learnt to drive. I'm pants at holding alcohol. I either sleep for like 2 days or I just vomit, so I didn't really have a typical drunk 18th or 21st birthday party. So I'm quite short. I'm like 5 foot, if that, maybe 5'1" with shoes on. I often get asked if I'm enjoying my school holidays and things like that, so I still feel about 15. So that's one reason why I like young adult fiction. The other reason I like young adult fiction is because I kind of feel like I can stay in my comfort zone or a bubble zone. I feel like if I was to read adult fiction, I would be exposed to graphic stuff that I have no interest in, that I don't really want. So, you know, I can have the same kind of action and tension and, I don't know, just I can have the same kind of spectrum within the YA fiction genre that I can have in the adult fiction. I'm just not exposed to the graphic stuff that I'm not interested in. What is your most read genre within the YA genre field, I guess, and why? I tend to read, I don't know, I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and historical fiction, but my main guilty pleasure is dystopians. So yeah, I read more dystopians than anything else. Why do I read more dystopians? This is a really hard question. I think I read dystopians because I think deep down inside I liked conflict and I like battles, like epic battles of good versus evil, and I also like the fact that corrupt governments and big bullies can be overthrown and made humble by average, you know, everyday people that can just take control of their life and their situation and make their situation better. I don't feel like I can do that in reality. It doesn't matter how many campaigns you do, the government just doesn't seem to understand stuff. They can't cater for you if you're not in the mainstream, so I can't have a satisfactory reality, but I can have satisfaction in fiction, so that's another reason why I like dystopians. Also, I like the fact that dystopians aren't limited. They can take place on Earth, they can be in space, just there's a whole range of places they can be. It's not limited, and I also like that. And I like dystopians that have a kind of sci-fi side to it as well, so yeah. The final question is, do you think you will ever grow out of YA fiction? And no, I don't think I ever will. I think I'm always kind of young at heart, so I think I will always enjoy young adult fiction. In the last year I read a lot of YA fiction. I think my most read YA fiction year was 2012 when I read about 105 YA books and maybe only 2 adult books, and I was getting very, very bored of the generic kind of teen romance insta-love thing. Also paranormal romance, just so boring and so overdone. I mean, I didn't even finish the Twilight series when it came out. I got halfway through the first one and I didn't like it, so I didn't read the rest. And I just don't want to read anything else, and it just seems to be that just keeps being regenerated and it's just bleh. Don't like it. So I do get bored of some certain areas of YA fiction, but I don't think I will ever get bored of everything in YA fiction, especially not dystopians, because there have been some really good dystopians banging out this year, so yeah. That has been the YA book tag. If you would like to do it, please feel free. You can leave video responses and stuff like that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!